Ladies and gentlemen, fight fans all around the world, let's talk some boxing. So we're looking at Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, the opponents that made them great. Of course, we're going to spend most of our time on the opponents and not on the guys. Let's get into it. Floyd Mayweather Jr. began October the 11th, 1996. He debuted against a guy called Roberto Apodaca. He fought a number of up-and-comers, mostly debutantes like himself, prospects, one or two of them, and of course he also fought journeymen until he met Hector Arroyo, and he had a respectable resume or record at the time. 16 wins, 4 losses, 2 draws, but he got him out of there in 5 rounds. This was his first 10-rounder. After that, he fought Sam Gerard. 17 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw, but he got him out of there in 2 rounds of the 10-round event. Then went on to fight a up-and-coming debutant, 8 wins, 1 loss. That would be Miguel Melo, and he knocked him out in 3 rounds of the 10. He then went on to fight one of his most challenging fights early in his career, which was Gustavo Fabian Coelho, an Argentinian who was tough, who knew how to move to get out of trouble, who knew how to attack in intervals and in spaces and gaps in a person's offense. Really was, I guess, a very good fight for him because he realized you can't just get every opponent out of there. Very crafty veteran. After fighting Gustavo Fabian Coelho, he fought Tony Pep. And I want to pay a little attention to Tony Pep for a minute because he was a reasonably skilled boxer. If you look at his career, he had 54 fights. He won 43 with 22 knockouts. He lost 10 fights with 2 knockouts, being knocked out twice. What was interesting was this guy was very, very tall. 6'1.5", coming from Canada. This tall guy, he was able to box Floyd with a good reach and a good height. Now that was very important because when he did beat Tony Pep by unanimous decision, a guy who had 39 wins at the time and 6 losses, you have to understand that Floyd Mayweather was kind of prepping for something. So Floyd Mayweather called out Genaro Hernandez, who answered his call and took up the challenge to fight this young, up-and-coming prospect, now turned challenger. This was in October the 3rd of 1998, almost 2 years to the date when he began. Genaro Hernandez was a very tall, very strong, with a good reach fighter. Known as Chicanito, Genaro Hernandez had a 72-inch reach. He was 5'11", almost 6 feet tall, orthodox stance, and he was the super featherweight undefeated champion, and he had been so for a very long time. Most pundits did not believe that Floyd Mayweather Jr. could beat Genaro Hernandez. The only person to ever beat Genaro Hernandez at that point in time was Oscar De La Hoya, and that was at a higher weight class that was outside of Genaro Hernandez's weight, which was lightweight, a division above super featherweight. So what we're going to do is examine Genaro Hernandez in more detail in the next video. You guys check it out now.